له عوجا الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا ومن يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبد الله ورسوله وأرسل الله تعالى ودين الحق ليظهره على الدين الكل وكفى بالله شهيدا وصلى الله عليه وسلم تسليما كثيرا ثم أما بعد وإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وإن شر الأمور محدثاتها وإن كل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة زلالة وكل زلالة في النار فيقول سبحانه وتعالى في الكتاب الكريم فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم فريقا هدى وفريقا حق عليهم الضلالة إنهم اتخذوا الشياطين أولياء من دون الله ومن دون الله يحسبون أنهم مهتدون صدق الله العظيم وصدق المولانا الكريم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي اللهم ثبتنا عند الموت لا إله إلا الله اللهم اجعلنا من الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر آمين يا رب العالمين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. With the current situation, I choose a multiple topics and I want to relay the first topic to the second topic. This morning I received a message from a brother about the Valentines, that one of our cleric is condemning that the Islamic countries, they're celebrating in a majority comparing to the Western countries that they started. Only condemning about Valentines is not enough. We should have a fatwa on this by saying it is a haram in Islam. Condemning is not enough. You know, things that Islam prohibited or ask very strongly by saying it is haram, is still in our community people repeat those things. So imagine if we not condemning or issuing a fatwa on it, the majority will continue those acts, those the evil acts. I choose a ayat today from Surah Al-Araf. Fariqan hada wa fariqan haqqa alayhimuz zalala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala choose one group and the other group. One group, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give so much good things, good deeds. They accept their good deeds. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala choose other group to be in zalala, to be in error. And after finding out what was the reason that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala choose one group to be in error, alayhimuz zalala, because they choose the friends of shaitan. They choose to become a friends of shaitan. Innahum ittakhadhu shayateen awliya. And they think وَيَحْسَبُونَ أَنَّهُمْ مُهْتَدُونَ, and they think they are right. They are on the right path. So what the shaitan does, once you choose a shaitan to be your friend, he will occupy your brain and hearts. And then he will be steering your life. He will be driving your life towards the hellfire. And we're supposed to strongly condemn this. Even in Chicago, I heard from our brothers, Muslim brothers, saying, I'm going to the Valentine dinner. Astaghfirullah. I don't want to, make a topic of Jummah on this particular thing. But I think this become a necessity that we're not getting a message from Quran. I think we're not following a Quran or a Hadith. This festival called Valentine's Saint. One of the guy who did this, he was, behind the bars from the current government when he come out and it says, this is the festival I want to create. And that's also a saint. By the way, that's why I choose this ayat. That you can have a saint, means awliya Allah or shayateen awliya. So that the religion have nothing to do with Islam. That you acting on it. That you celebrating as a Valentine's Day. The person have a different religion. The meaning of that Saint Valentine is the shayateen awliya. Now what this shayateen will do to your mind and heart, it will occupy completely. And we heard the guy was fell in love and he gave up his life. The guy jumped from the roof. The guy hanged himself. It is a purely sickness. The shayateen will drive you towards sickness. This is the shayateen work, that taking your mind and heart towards your sickness. We say the person, is depressed. Do we heard about all the time? Yes, there is a disease out there. But the disease is we adopt how we acting in our life. Are we following Quran and Hadith? It's very simple. The guy who discontinue remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Umayyashu an zikri rahman. The guy who discontinue remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will appoint a shaitan on him. وَنُقَيِّزْ لَهُ شَيْطَانًا. So your practice is become an evil practice. Absolutely, the shaitan is completely occupying you. And we have a clip, the person hang himself in mosque. And we don't pay attention in our community. One of the most recent incidents I know, the guy was sick, they took him back home, says, let him marry. His mind and heart will be settled. No. Marriage is not the treatment of sick person. The person disappeared. When he come back to Chicago, he disappeared. The other life is still in hell. The parents, they hide the sickness. The family who hide the sickness, cover the sickness. That is the only reason can that person hang himself in a mosque. There is many sicknesses that goes through your mind, your body. If we see someone acting very abnormal in their life, there is many signs of sickness. The guy isolate himself. The guy discontinue from the community. The guy will find a corner, darkness. Daylight, he wear dark glasses. He wear clothes on clothes. If you go through psychiatrist, he will tell you how many signs. If we see someone, we have to take him to the hospital. A nice couple in Chicago, I provide services from Indian Minority Association. The guy is a vice president in Bank of America. Wife is a vice president in Chase Bank. He is a vice president of Belmont and Sheffield, Bank of America. The wife is a vice president, chase that Madison and Dearborn. The guy one day decided to jump in front of the train at the Skokie Swift. The guy died. Nobody knows. All the agencies, all these FBI, to you name it, all the private detectives and the police department, they're going after a wife. She have no idea. They hardly married for a year. Nobody wants to know why this thing happened. And she came to me, and we tried to find a private detective who can find out his activity in his life. So the only visit we see is a visit to the doctor in UIC, in psychiatrist department. He was highly educated, and probably he decided himself to go one time. That is the only reason that saved the other person's life. That when they find all these authorities, when they find out this guy was mentally sick. We have so many brothers and sisters that go through with this mental illness. A person who don't work at all. He don't want to work, wife working, whole family working. The person don't work, that's also a sickness. He wants to stay home. He wants to isolate himself. We have to find out this. We living in generation that everything is available on Google. This kind of sicknesses we have to notify. We have to become a brother, a real brother in Islam, to take that person to have the treatment done. That is the only way we can save a life. Surah Ma'idah is saying, if you save one life, you save the whole humanity. If you see one life, not even a murder, getting killed, it's like kill the whole humanity. Wa akhiru du'ana walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.